Running low on the borderlines, and you tell me that you're doing fine. Morning color lights the hall.
We started Superlove Merino when our daughters were just babies. We're lucky enough to live here in the Lake District, where the outdoors is such a big part of life. We wanted our children to play outside in nature all year round, whatever the weather, and we knew that the secret to that was a good merino base layer.
As the saying goes, there's no such thing as bad weather, only the wrong gear. And we were able to find that kind of gear for ourselves, but back then high-performing technical merino for children didn't really exist. So that's how Superlove came to be. But for us, there would have been a real disconnect if we were making clothing designed to help children enjoy nature, if we were also manufacturing in a way that was destroying nature. The textiles industry as a whole has played such a large role in polluting our planet, so we knew from the outset that we'd need to take a different path.
We wanted our merino to be not just the best in terms of performance and quality, but also in terms of ethics.
That ethical commitment touches every part of our supply chain, from the regenerative merino farms we partner with, where animal welfare is such a top priority, to our fabric mills that don't use or release harmful substances into the environment.
A few years back, we brought our manufacturing in-house, setting up our own solar-powered factory here in the Lakes. This gave us complete control over things like fair working conditions and wages, through to maintaining the highest quality standards. But what's been really eye-opening is an issue that all clothing brands face, but many don't see: the waste from fabric offcuts. When factories are on the other side of the world, it's easy to ignore, but we literally couldn't look away.
About 15% of fabric used in garment production ends up on the floor, and from there straight into landfill. Merino is an amazing natural fibre. You can actually compost it, so it's far better for the environment than any other fibre. But waste is still waste, and at this point, any landfill at all is too much. Plus, merino wool is such an incredibly valuable raw material, it's simply too precious to throw away.
So finding a beautiful, creative use for this noble waste has turned into our passion project these last few years.
I love working with small brands because you just kind of know there's a genuine desire to do what they're doing better, and sometimes whilst it's definitely commercial and like we all have to make a profit and pay us bills, you can see sometimes that decisions are being made that might not be entirely to enhance bottom line. They're just the right decisions that feel right, the right ones to be made. And working with people like that is just fabulous. So when Suse and Becky got in touch, I thought, great, this is fabulous. We've got another small brand to work with, and especially when I knew it were working with Merino wool and their offcuts that having seen the products that they make, just knew that would recover into some gorgeous new fibre that we could work with really well, mix it with some new wool. And so that's what we started to do. We started to have those conversations about how that would work and what colour it might be and what yarn size we want it to be. And those were design decisions that we were making to both keep the material in that loop longer, but also to make a new beautiful yarn that could start life all over again. Being in recycled wool, I always feel more confident working with that material because it is meant to be in the world. It comes off the sheep and it's meant to decompose or be kept in the recycling plot now, since we know how to do that. It's just a wonderful, wonderful fibre to work with. We call it a waste, but it ain't really. It's a raw material. It's just limited by our imagination and skill. And there used to be many, many more mills and other manufacturers involved in this work, and we're the only ones remaining in the UK doing this this kind of work, the last kind of shoddy manufacture, and hopefully will attract younger generations and younger people to keep it going. Often we're asked, can you take our waste? Well, rather than ticking a box and saying, yes, we'll take it, and then you're okay, we say, only if you take it back. And sometimes there's a bit of a question mark over the head, because like, well, but we do a similar exercise that we've done with Superlove, is that we'll take your waste and we'll work with you to create a beautiful new yarn or fabric that you can use again. Superlove are trying to look after the world for future generations just by doing their own little bit and taking care of their waste and explaining how it's done and how it's done with people like us. And that's a wonderful thing about being involved with wool and people like Superlove, Merino and younger generations.
It's been super exciting for us to receive a product that has taken what would have been a waste product in a local fashion company and has recycled it into something brand new. So we've had the opportunity to work with a completely new yarn and to create knitwear made with something that's never been done before. It's been an amazing, innovative project to be a part of and to lead on. So we've taken a yarn that John made over in Yorkshire, and as a knitwear studio we've sampled and designed 2 pieces of knitwear using a new yarn for us, which is super exciting, taking locally recycled waste fabric and turning it into some new lovely cosy knitwear. So they're throw-on pieces that you'll want to wear over and over again, like a favourite cardigan that you'll want to wear all the time, and again with a jumper, an easy to wear sweater.